Hello, this is Wajahat Nazir, and I'm the founder of PakistaniTutors.com and myonlinetutoring.com. Today, we are recording a lecture on trigonometry. So, come directly straight to the point. What is trigonometry? What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is derived from the two different Greek words. One is trigonon, which means triangle, and the other word is metron, which means measure. It means trigonometry is the study of the measurement of triangles. So let's write it. Trigonometry is the study of measurement of triangles. Mainly the topic which we are covering in this topic, we will try to limit ourselves to the right angle triangle. Before moving ahead, first of all, let me tell you that what is a triangle. Then I will tell you that what is a right angle triangle. So, what is a triangle? Any shape which has three corners. Any shape which has three corners, it means three angles. So any shape in which there are three angles and it has three sides will be treated as triangle. This is first angle, second and third. Same way, this is the first side, this is the second side, and this is the third side. So any shape which is look like this shape, in which there are three angles and there are three sides, that will be treated as a triangle. Now, what is a right angle triangle? What is a right angle triangle? Because all the things which we cover in this topic of trigonometry will be related to right angle triangle. So that's why it is important to understand that what is a right angle triangle. An angle, a triangle in which one angle is of 90 degree. Whenever we draw this shape to any angle, so there is no need to write, there is no need to measure. This will be treated as 90 degree angle. So this is a right angle triangle because one angle is equals to 90 degree and all the angles in a triangle are equals to 180 degree. For example, if this is 60 degree, this will automatically be treated as 30 degree because all the angles in a triangle will be equals to 180 degree. So the condition for right angle triangle is that just one angle will be equals to 90 degree. The remaining angle can be of any proportion, can be of any measurement. So this is all about right angle triangle. Now come again to the point that whatever we will discuss in this video will be related to right angle triangle. But it does not mean, just remember one point, that we are focusing on right angle triangle, but it does not mean that trigonometry only deals with right angle triangle, but all the laws, all the formulas which we cover in this video will be related to right angle triangle. Okay, thank you. Next. So now write down the definition of trigonometry. Okay. Definition of trigonometry. It is the study of the study of relationship between the sides and the angles of a triangle. It is the study of relationship between the sides and the angles of a given triangle. And as I have told you before, that in any triangle there are 3 sides and 3 angles. So now we are moving to another point. You can also note down one important point: the sum of all the angles in a triangle are equal to 180 degree. An angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be of 180 degree. That's the important point. Yep. Now we are moving further. Now, how we name the sides of a triangle. Because how we name the sides of a triangle, because the naming of sides of triangle is very important. Before moving ahead, it is important to understand that how we name them. There are 3 sides. One is known as hypotenuse. Another one is known as adjacent side. And the third one is known as opposite side. So these are the 3 sides. One is hypotenuse, second one is adjacent, the third one is opposite side. So how and on which basis we are saying that which side will be hypotenuse, which side will be an adjacent, and which side will be an opposite side? Mainly the angle under study. For example, if I am drawing this triangle and we are talking about this angle, I am making a sign. This is known as theta. Theta. T-H-E-T-A. Theta. So we are studying this triangle. The triangle under consideration, the triangle under study is this, and we are considering this triangle from this point, from this angle. So the longest side of any triangle will be the hypotenuse. The side opposite to the angle will be treated as opposite side, and this will be treated as adjacent. I hope you have understand that on the basis of this, we are treating this side as the opposite side and this as the adjacent. To make this point more clear, I want to draw another, the same triangle. The shape is same, but now the angle under study, the angle under consideration, the point of view of looking at the triangle is this angle. So this side will become the opposite side. Again, the longest will remain the hypotenuse, and this will become the adjacent. Clear? Now, If this is clear to you, now we can say that what is a Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem tells us that if any two sides are known to us, we can find out the remaining side by using this formula. Okay? What is the Pythagoras theorem? H square, the hypotenuse, is equals to adjacent square plus the opposite square. Now let me draw any triangle again. This is a right angle triangle, and I'm saying, for example, this is 5 centimeter, 5 feet, treated as any point, 5 centimeter, 5 feet, whatever you want to take. 5 is this is the opposite side, and the adjacent side is, let's suppose, 9 centimeter. So this is the adjacent. Now we want to find out the hypotenuse. So how the hypotenuse can be calculated? H square will equals to, adjacent is 9 square plus 5 square. So this will be 81 plus 25. H will be root 81 plus 25. Now let me use the calculator. 81 plus 25 will be 106, and the root of 106 will be 10.29. So H is equals to 10.29. So this will become 10.29. So Pythagoras theorem can be used to find any missing side of a triangle. Clear? I hope this is clear. Now we are moving to what are the 6 trigonometric functions, and on the basis of those trigonometric functions we can find out any side or even the angle of a triangle. Okay, so what are the 6 trigonometric functions? So there are 6 trigonometric functions. Those are important to understand to solve the question of trigonometry. So to solve the questions of trigonometry, we have to understand 6 trigonometric functions. What are those 6 trigonometric functions? Let me draw the 3 columns. Now I am dividing. This is 6 trigonometric, TRIG functions. 6 trigonometric functions. Here I am writing the ratio or the formula. Name, we call it notation or abbreviation. We call it notation or abbreviation. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So now, for example, the first one is sine, abbreviation sine theta, cosine cos theta, tangent tan theta, and the remaining 3 are the inverse of these 3. So the first one is cosecant, which is 1 over sine. The fifth one is secant, which is 1 over cosine, and the sixth and the last one is cotangent, which is equals to 1 over tan. So the abbreviation for cosecant is cosec theta or CSC theta. For secant or 1 over cosine, the secant is sec theta, and the abbreviation for cotangent is cot theta. So ratio, how we find out sine theta, that will be if one opposite side and hypotenuse is given, then we can use sine theta. If adjacent side and hypotenuse is given, then we can use cos theta. For tangent theta, we can use the opposite and the adjacent is given, we use tan theta. For cosecant, we will write the HYP for hypotenuse divided by opposite. The fifth one, hypotenuse over adjacent, and the last, adjacent over opposite is given, then we will use the cotangent. So these are the 6 trigonometric functions. Those you must understand for solving any question. If you do not memorize these functions, then you cannot solve trigonometric questions. This is the 6 trigonometric functions. Now, before moving ahead, I also want to write the exact values of trigonometric functions, and then I will also explain that how on the basis of calculator they are coming. Okay, so the exact values. Exact values of trigonometric functions. Now we are making 4 columns. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And now the further columns are divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Automatically this will be the 5th one. So here it is angle 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. So the values of those trigonometric functions are fixed. That's why this chart is also sine, cos, tan theta. Okay, so this will be 0, 1 over 2, 1 root 3 divided by 2, 1 over root 3, 0, sine 1 over root 2 is equal to 45 degree. Okay, sine root 3 over 2 will equals to 60 degree. Sine 1 will equals to 90 degree. Cos 1 over root 2 equals to 45 degree. Cos 1 over 2 will be 60 degree. Cos 0 will be 90 degree. And this will become 1 root 3 not defined. Now how these values are coming on the calculator? For example, now let's talk about root 3 over 2. We have written the exact value of trigonometric function. The cos theta root 3 over 2 will give you 30 degree, or when 30 degree is given, so the value is root 3 over 2. So let's cos, whenever you want to find out the angle, so what you will do, cos inverse, you will use inverse function. cos inverse root 3 over 2. So root 3 divided by 2 will be 30 degrees. So look at this. Cos root 3 over 2 is giving you 30 degree. That's what is coming in the calculator. So we are using inverse function. Now let's talk about tan root 3 will be equals to 60 degree. So again shift tan. So tan inverse root 3, what is the value? 60 is equals to 60. So tan inverse root 3 will give you 60 degree. That's how you can use the calculator to calculate the values. Whenever you have a value and you want to find out the angle, so inverse function will be used. Inverse function will be used in calculator to find out the degrees from any given value. Clear? Now we are solving an example. This is a triangle and we know this angle is 23 degree. So one angle is known and one side, let's suppose 25 centimeter. So one angle and one side is known. So now on the basis of this angle, what do you call this side? The longer side will always be the hypotenuse. The longer side will always be the hypotenuse. The opposite side of the angle will be called opposite. And this side will be known as adjacent. Now we have to find out the adjacent side. We have to find out the hypotenuse. Definitely we are applying the rule of Pythagoras theorem, or we are applying the trigonometric functions on a right angle triangle. The laws, whatever we are applying, are related to right angle triangle. So now let's solve it. How we solve it? We have one opposite and adjacent. We can use, for example, opposite and adjacent. So look at this. Opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent, if we use the tan theta function, so opposite over adjacent can be used to find out which one? Adjacent side. So we use this thing. Tan theta is equals to opposite over ADJ, ACNT adjacent. So tan 23 will equals to 25 over adjacent. Now by cross multiplication we can say adjacent will be 25 divided by tan 23 degree. So adjacent side will be 25 divided by tan 23. 58.89. So adjacent will be 58.8963. So this is the value of adjacent. This will be 58.8963 will be the adjacent side of right angle triangle by using tan theta. If we want to find out the hypotenuse, now we have two options. Either we can use a Pythagoras theorem, or we can use again opposite over hypotenuse or hypotenuse over opposite. So we will find out that which is available. So we will again go to that trigonometric function. Opposite over hypotenuse, just simply find out, is there anything like opposite over hypotenuse? Yes. Opposite over hypotenuse can be find out by sine theta. So now we are finding out the hypotenuse by using opposite over hypotenuse. How this will be done? Look at this again. I'm drawing it again. This is angle 23. Opposite side is 25, and this time we want to find out hypotenuse because the adjacent is already known. Okay, so now we use sine. Theta will be opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 23 will equals to 25 over hyp for the hypotenuse, and hypotenuse will be 25 divided by sine 23. So now 25 divided by sine 23. This is 63.98. 63.98. What is the hypotenuse? So hypotenuse will be 63.98. So using sine function, we can find out the hypotenuse. Using tan function, we can find out the adjacent. But there is another way. There is another way of finding the hypotenuse. How? Look at this. We have the opposite side, we have the adjacent side. And we want to find out hypotenuse, and we don't want to use the sine function. We have another way of using the Pythagoras theorem, which says h square is equals to adjacent square plus opposite square. So adjacent value is 58.8963. So 58.8963 square plus opposite is already known, 25 square, and h square. So this will be, h will be root 58.8963 square plus 25 square. So now we are calculating this thing. So 58.8963 square plus 25 square, the value is 4093. Then we are taking the root, square root of this value. So this will become again 63.98. So hypotenuse is equals to 63.98. So you have a lot of methods to use to find out the sides. You can also find out the angles. So that is all about trigonometry. Whatever we have covered, that's mainly related to the right angle triangle. You can use Pythagoras theorem, or you can use the 6 trigonometric functions. Yeah. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Bye.